Chapter 18. You fixed a meeting with the client here? Saurabh said. He panted as he clutched his stomach. We had come for his morning workout in the Icon Garden. She drops her daughter to school every morning. She said she'd join us here afterwards. Okay, fine, let's just sit and wait, Saurabh said and sank into one of the garden benches. No, let's do up crunches. Give me 20. Bhai, I hate abs. On the floor. Now, I said in a stern voice. He lay down on the grass as I counted. 1, 2, come on, 3. With every sit-up, he made an agonized face like someone was stabbing him with a knife. My stomach will burst, he said, groaning in pain. It didn't all these years when you filled it up, right? His t-shirt lifted, exposing his big belly and navel. His fat thigh trembled as he did his set. Imagine that six-pack. Come on, Hrithik Roshan. 7, 8, 9. Hi Keshav, Alia's voice came from behind me. Hi Alia, I said as she came up to us. She was wearing pink track pants and a black t-shirt and her hair was tied in a bun. She saw Saurabh on the ground and looked somewhat surprised. This is Saurabh Maheshwari, my partner, I said. Oh, good to meet you. Good morning, Alia said. Good morning, Saurabh said, his cheeks red and sounding flustered. I gave Saurabh a hand to help him up from the ground. He stood up and straightened his t-shirt. Shall we sit there? Alia said, pointing to two benches that faced each other. We sat down and updated her on our progress. We have Sia and Dharmesh's phone data. We are analyzing it. Saurabh said, that's great. We obtained it unofficially. Please don't mention it to anyone, I said. Understood, Alia said. Would it be possible for us to meet the rest of your family? Saurabh said. She took a deep breath. I am working on it. Give me some time. I will convince them. Alia, you are here? A slightly overweight man in her 40s said as he walked up to us. He was wearing a formal pin-striped shirt and trousers. His wavy hair had obviously been dyed black and he had a clean-shaved baby face. He wore a Rolex watch and his car key were in his hand. Alia stood up, somewhat startled. Hi Manish, I was waiting for you upstairs, he said. Sorry, I am just coming up, Alia said. Saurabh and I stood up. Meet Keshav and this is Saurabh. Alia said, and guys, this is Manish, my husband. Hello, Manish said. He eyed Saurabh and me from top to bottom. They stay in Tower C, 17th floor, Alia said. Okay. I wanted to say I am leaving early for work. I have some conference calls. But what about breakfast? Alia said. That's why I was waiting for you, Manish said in a sarcastic voice. Come up for a few minutes. It's ready, Alia said. Too late. I have to go. Bye guys, Manish said and turned to leave. Manish, 1 minute, Alia said. What? Manish turned around. Keshav and Saurabh will be helping us. Helping us? Manish said, puzzled. To find Sia, Alia said. Manish's face froze. He squinted at me. They have a detective agency which they operate out of home, Alia said. Wait, what? Manish said, surprised. Completely independent and private investigation. No police or media involved. Right, guys? Well, yes, I started, but Manish interrupted me. Alia, let's chat about this in a private. I was not aware of this, he said. I was going to tell you, Alia said. I thought I should meet them first. Manish looked at Saurabh, pink and sweaty from his workout. You are a detective? Manish said. Yes, sir, Saurabh said. I don't know why he addressed him as sir. Manish smirked. They are good, Alia said as she stepped up to Manish. They walked a few steps away and tried not to look at them as they had a little argument. A few minutes later, from the corner of my eye, I noticed Manish clench his lips to fight back his tears. Perhaps to hide his emotional state, he spoke loudly. I don't have time for this right now. I have to go to work, he said, turned around and left. I am sorry about Manish. Alia sent me a WhatsApp message. I was at my study table reading a book called The Shortcut Subject Guide to Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, one of the compulsory subjects for the civil service mains. I don't think the author realized the inherent irony of creating a shortcut guide to ethics and integrity. Don't worry about it, I replied. Are you home? May I come over for a bit? She messaged back. Be good, Keshav. Finish a chapter first, I told myself. Sure, come now, I messaged. The doorbell rang after 5 minutes. I heard my father answer the door. I walked up to the living room as well. Hello, uncle, Alia said. Is Keshav home? My father looked at her surprised. I am Alia, uncle. Remember me? From the garden? Yes, of course, my father said. Please come in. Hi, Alia, I said. She and I sat down on the sofas. My father looked at both of us with a puzzled expression. I cleared my throat to signal that he should leave. My father ambled back to his bedroom and reluctance. All okay? Alia said after my father left. Yes, I said. Alia was wearing a navy blue western style dress with a small diamond pendant as the only accessory she had showed recently, and droplets of water were still in her hair. Her eyes had dark circles around them. One of her cheeks was more pink than the other. I wanted to apologize personally for Manish's behavior. No big deal, I shrugged. He had no business being so rude and obnoxious. You and Saurav must have felt so bad. We didn't actually. We were worried about something else. What? With that attitude, how will we get cooperation from the family? How will we do any investigation? Don't worry, I will get all of them to agree. I just need some time. Okay, I said. You have everything from the police files? Yes, Saurav is checking everything thoroughly, especially the phone contents, even deleted items. Great, Alia said. Anyways, that's all I came for. She stood up to leave. Did you get hurt? I said. What? Sorry, as a detective, I notice such things. Your cheek. She touched her right cheek. Oh, this, she said and smiled. Nothing. I have sensitive skin. Must have slapped the wrong way. I looked at her, unconvenienced. The dark circles told me she had not slept at all. You don't believe me? Alia said. No, I said. It's Manish, Alia said, a tremor in her voice. Are you okay? I said. He's not like this normally. He's not a bad guy. What? I said, confused. She tried to compose herself. I went to the kitchen and came back with a glass of water. Thanks, Alia said as she took the glass from me. Manish slapped me, Alia said, after drinking the water. I'm listening, I said. He's no wife beater. I don't want you thinking of him that way. This was the first time. He slapped you out of love, Kabir Singh style? He is stressed. Go on. As a father, he feels guilty if he doesn't keep looking for Sia. As a son, he feels guilty if he does. He promised his family he would move on. He wants you to fire us? I said. He didn't say that. Why did he slap you? Alia looked away towards the balcony of my house. I waited for her to respond. She spoke after a minute. He asked me to choose between him and the search. As in? He said, I will divorce you if you keep looking for Sia. Choose now. What did you choose? What do you think? You can see the mark on my cheek. Of course, I said. I will never stop looking, she said, even if I am all alone in this world. She began to weep. Relax, Alia. I placed my hand on her arm. Please don't cry. You are not alone. I am with you. I will do my best. Okay, why did I say it like that? Had I become a detective come friend now? I meant Saurav and I are both with you, I said. She nodded. I gently withdrew my hand from her arm. She composed herself. I'm sorry, I'm such a loser, crying away in front of anyone who lends an ear. It's okay, I said. She turned towards the front door. Thank you for listening to me, she said, and after a brief hesitation, reached out to hug me. She smelled of fresh shampoo and soap. Right at the moment, my father walked out of his room. I stepped back from her automatically. Bye, uncle, Alia said, folding her hand in a namaste. That girl Alia Arora is married. You are aware, right? Papa said. What? Yes, to Manish, I said. We were having dinner. My father grunted. His preferred method of communication to express his disapproval. What happened? Saurav said, spooning dal into his mouth. Why aren't you eating any chapatis and the fried bhindi? Don't you like my cooking? My mother said. I love your cooking, auntie, Saurav said morosely. Just watching my carbs. Carbs means? Ma added ghee to her dal. Died thing. Anyways, Keshav, what happened with Sia? She came here, right? Nothing happened. She talked about the case. Why were you hugging her then? My father said. You hugged her? Why? Saurav said. How backward are you, Saurav? I said. It was just a greeting as she left. See, my father said. Even Saurav thinks it is odd. What's odd? I said. Better to be careful, Keshav. No need to call her home, Ma said. She's a client. Our agency doesn't have an office yet, so we operate from home. Call her when Saurav is also there then. Ma said. Saurav comes back late from work. It is difficult for her to meet then. Why difficult? Her daughter is back from school by then and she doesn't want to leave her alone. You know what happened to her other daughter? She is extra careful. My mother fell silent. My father spoke after a pause. Do you have to take this case? What about your IPS preparation? I can do both. You spent 2 hours of your study time with her today. It won't be every day, I said. I pushed my plate away. I had lost my appetite. My mother turned to my father. Rajpurohit ji, what are your friends doing? They can't recommend one nice girl for our Keshav?